Hello, my name is André Beltrão. I teach creativity at ESPM, Escola Superior de Propaganda e Marketing, where I lead a team of 11 teachers from 3 states. And I'll present you today a very nice experiment we tried last semester with 750 students. We have chosen a very big title for this experiment: Collaborative Learning in Challenges Related to the United Nations 2030 Agenda of Sustainable Development Goals. Wow, very long. First of all, let me talk about ESPM Lifelab. ESPM Lifelab is a group of disciplines oriented to develop the soft skills for the 21st century. Those skills are seen as transversal. They are not competences associated to the careers, but they are common to every student. So Life Lab is a group of disciplines like learning lab, purpose and career, personal finances, and creativity, which is the one I coordinate. Last semester, creativity was the second biggest group of students in Life Lab. We had 750 students from 8 undergraduate courses located in 3 states: Rio Grande do Sul, Rio de Janeiro, and São Paulo. There were 25 classes, most of them daily classes, but 2 are night classes, and we had 11 teachers, including me. I coordinated these disciplines as an anchor professor. All Lifelab subjects are blended learning subjects, which mean we have web conferences where students and teachers can be anywhere, but they are not pre-recorded, they are live classes, and the discussions and participations of everybody is the goal. And we have at the end of each module a presential meeting, which was designed to be really presential, but this pandemic time they are being held online. But they still are presential because students must be online there to develop the job they are requested to do. The web conference follow the flipped classroom model, so students may read and watch videos and prepare some material for the class, and so the class starts where the last class stopped. They come prepared for the web conference, and on the web conference there's a learning and higher level discussions, so can do the things they are asked to do, some small jobs for the next week as preparation for the next class. The subject had 4 modules. The second module was social function of creativity, where students learn they can change a small part of the world around them, and by changing this small thing, they can possibly start a bigger change. So they can be important for the society with their creativity. Module 3 is design thinking. Even though they are not design students, most of them are not design students, they are from communications, they are from law, from administration and design, but they learn tools for better understanding problems, better understanding people in the problems, and to generate ideas. So our experiment begins at the end of module 2 through the entire module 3, and we decided to try the CBL, which is challenge-based learning. an active methodology developed by Apple and another major consortium that works on digital environments in a collaborative way. So as Module 3 is about design thinking, we tried to mix challenge-based learning and design thinking. We use a challenge-based learning methodology to teach design thinking in a 5-week creativity experiment. Those 25 classes were separated in 3 groups of 8 or 9 classes. One on Tuesday, others on Wednesdays, and others on Thursdays. So we started from the big idea, and we went from the big idea to the challenge on the first week, which was a presential day. Then the 8 or 9 classes were separated, and each one moved to a Miro.com board with its teacher, and the teacher conducted a collaborative mind map where all students try to put questions and statements they know about the sustainable goal that was chosen by the big group. From those questions and statements, group then each class discussed what they prefer to choose as a problem, and they then elected a question to investigate. From the big idea, now they have in each big group we have 8 or 9 classes, and each one had a question to investigate. Each class was then divided in groups, 5 or 6 groups, and each group started discussing what they know about the problem, the question they chosen. So, then they discussed questions from what, who, where, how, why, and then after this discussion, each group decided to adopt a challenge. The challenge they adopted, they had to define the relevance, they had to describe the challenge, and they have to set specific objectives, projectual objectives, and they had to imagine the impacted social public for the challenge. This was the first week, from the big subject, the big idea, to the challenge. Then began the third module, where they would have a sequence of 3 web conferences, and we used the flipped classroom structure to structure this exercise. So each class, they were learning by doing. In class, we taught them how to do something, and as a workshop, homework, they had to develop something for their project based on what they have learned, and they have to make reflections and actions, like Donald Schoen's learning by doing and reflecting in the process. And then it was structured on a design thinking double diamond. So weeks 2 and 3, they were discovering, they were learning better about their challenges. They were making research about the public, the social public, about the place, about the challenge itself. On the week 4, they were defining better and converging on what they would make. And after this second module, the week 5 is the other presential meeting. So on the last presential meeting, they were developing the idea and planning how to implement it. On weeks 2, 3, and 4, so they learned how to make a research plan. They learn applied tools like research tools, how to make an empathy map, how to make different brainstormings like Scamper, how to build a decision matrix, and how that is a tool used to make plans for implementing things. Along those 3 weeks, some of the works were done in group and some were done individually, like brainstorming. They had Scamper and another 2 sections of brainstorming from different start points, and on the 50th week they had to join. The group was again joined on a presential meeting, and they first discussed it and changed it and looked for the ideas one of each other. They joined this and adopted a solution. This adopted solution was then developed by the group. They decided details of it, and they implemented or sometimes mixed ideas from one or the other and made action plans to implement the ideas. We had around 120 creative proposals, some of them really very good. They were projects for social environmental innovations from the social development goals. And the students could see this as a very powerful exercise. From 5 weeks, they had created ideas that could really change things around them for a better state. This was so impressive that ESPM decided to create an award for this. The first ESPM Lifelab Award for Social and Environmental Innovation. The project on screen is the owner of the first prize, and it aimed to reduce killing of whales by pushing the sustainable tourism of whales watching in nature, and so by this developing the people and communities that live nearby. In times of pandemic and social withdrawal, we all see and we also have seen that this exercise brought some self-realization for the students and teachers, and they were all motivated. They learned like in a significant way, and this promoted learning to learn as they were motivated to make researches on their own. The blended model worked well as the flipped classroom. And challenge-based learning mixed with design thinking was great for this exercise. And everyone saw that they could wait for better times when this pandemic COVID thing ends. So they saw they could be agents, they could be modifiers for a better possible future, which is very good. Thank you for watching, and if you want, please write to me, and we can make research together. I'm very interested in active methodologies and experiencing mixed those methodologies and creating new ones. So please keep in touch and let's make some experiments together. This is my email. Please write to me. Thank you.